I spent over $4,000 on ChatGPT ads to answer the question, do ChatGPT ads actually work to get results to generate revenue and leads for your business? Or is it just clever marketing from Sam Altman and this platform has a long way to go and you should put your advertising dollars somewhere else? So I'm just going to take you behind the scenes, show you the exact results that we got, how much money we spent exactly, the impressions we got, the clicks that we got, how many conversions that we actually saw, and basically the entire setup of the ads so you can kind of see what we did and how we set up the ads. And then I'll kind of give you my honest feedback after as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. Now, starting out here in the Ads Manager dashboard, in the performance overview, and you can see here, here's what we spent over the last 30 days. And let me just go actually a little bit further back. All right, so you can see we started spending on June 18th. And since then, we spent $4,459. This is in Canadian. So if you convert that to US, it's a bit less, a little over $3,000. And total impressions that we got over that time were 170,000. So that's how many people actually saw our ads or how many times our ads were actually seen, right? And so from that, we got 1,592 clicks. And our cost per click was about $2.80 Canadian per click. And so on the surface, these numbers don't actually look too bad at all. Based on other ad platforms like Google Ads or Meta Ads, this level of impressions is pretty good for this level of spend. The cost per click being $2.80 is very competitive, very similar to Meta Ads, potentially just a little bit more, and in Google Ads as well, depending on what you're targeting. And so overall, like those costs are pretty standard, pretty average for what I would expect to see. But really, it comes down to what's the quality of these clicks, which is what we're going to get into now. So going to our campaigns now, you can see we actually had 4 total campaigns set up, and we honestly actually spoke to a ChatGPT Ads rep. Google Ads does this, Meta Ads does this. They all have like these reps that you can kind of speak on the phone with, and they give you best practices. And she told us to set up a crazy amount of campaigns. It was like you need to have like 100 ads per ad set and all this stuff. And so we didn't do that. We did create like multiple campaigns and used AI to kind of create a strategy, but we didn't fill it up as much as ChatGPT says. And I don't know how relevant that is. And if you put in 100 ads per ad set, if that would have made your results better. But we set up a pretty robust, a pretty complex, structurally sound ad campaign. We didn't just do it super simple and just do kind of everything in one. And so these are the results that we got, right? So we basically had a niche pain point campaign, a getting started, build better habits, learn songs. So this is for this particular client. And overall, we spent a good amount per campaign right here. And you can see overall, we did have the conversion set up. And the only way to set up conversions is basically to add some tracking code to your site and then put a conversion event firing on the thank you page when you do get a conversion. We actually did not see any conversions come through ChatGPT ads in this time directly, which is definitely not a great sign. If we were to have ran Meta ads with this budget, we would have seen, easily 15, 20, 25 conversions given this budget and our, normal customer acquisition costs. And so definitely a disappointing result, unfortunately. And it's honestly the biggest problem that I have with ChatGPT ads, which makes it extremely, extremely hard to recommend, is we don't know why. We don't know, why it didn't work. We don't know what was working. We don't know who they're targeting, what, searches people are showing these ads on. There's just none of those metrics in this platform right now. It's basically just a giant black box, which, Meta is and Google is, ads is to some extent as well. But this is just even more so where there's just no control on targeting in terms of, how you're actually reaching people and getting those insights around, where your ads are showing up in certain conversations. Otherwise, like all the other metrics look great. Like, have a click-through rate around that 1% rate for all of our campaigns is really solid in comparison to Meta ads. Typically what we see on Meta, again, 1%, up to 2%, somewhere in that range. So this is totally fine. These cost per clicks are totally fine. CPMs at $26, $34, $28. That's totally fine on like a conversion focused purchase campaign, right? Which if we're focusing on conversions here, this is great. If this is just like an awareness campaign or, maximizing clicks, which isn't really what we normally do. We normally maximize for conversions. This really isn't a great result or a great CPM just to get basically traffic to our site without getting really a guarantee or any focus on conversions. And that's probably the biggest shortcoming of this platform right now is I think they have so much to figure out on ChatGPT and how to run an ad platform, how to set up the targeting, how to get all the data of your users to actually create more detailed targeting and the reports and be able to actually optimize for conversions makes it very difficult. That's kind of like some of those learnings that they're going to have. So let's look now at how we actually set up these ads. And so you can see this one is the one that had the most spend, the niche pain points one. So we had the one campaign right here. And if we just look at the settings for this one, you can see we basically optimized for clicks. That's the only thing you can optimize for right now. If I go here to create a campaign, you will see that optimizing for conversions is coming soon. And so again, that's a shortcoming with ChatGPT, not really knowing how to get conversions, which users actually do convert and do buy things and which don't. And so this ultimately is just going to take some time for them to actually be able to roll this out and optimize their campaigns for conversions versus just clicks and reach, which, let's be real, is really the only useful one when running ads, unless you're just a huge company and you want to just get as much reach as possible. Conversions for any like smaller business is what you're going to be wanting to get. And so again, for any small business, would not recommend it for that reason right now, because it's just basically you're just paying and funding Sam Altman to figure shit out. So back to this campaign, here's what we had set up. We had it set up for the objective as clicks. Again, that's the best one that you can do right now. We had all of our locations on, so we did the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom. We didn't do any exclusions. We didn't do any custom audiences with retargeting or anything like that. And we just had our daily budget at $50 per day. And we just did a start date, no end date. And then we did set up conversion events. So we had 2 conversion events set up here for app installs and trial started. And so you can set up multiple events right here. And so you can create a new conversion right here, and you could select your data source, and you could do any of these, right? So you could do a checkout started, lead created, a page view, a subscription created, trials, all these different things. And so you can set those up and then paste in that code. Again, we didn't see any conversions come through, but we did have the tracking set up in this case. So definitely unfortunate, but that's kind of just the result that we got. So let's go down into the ad level now, the ad group level. So here we had honestly some pretty good segmentation here, because basically the targeting is done at this level. And so for this, what you're able to do is provide these basically context hints, which is how you do your targeting. And this is optional, which honestly, I don't know why it's optional, because if this is your only targeting, it shouldn't be optional. But this is where you can provide, some direction as to keywords, where your products and services are going to be relevant, what you want people to be basically searching for and questioning about. And so we used Claude to create an entire blueprint basically for how we wanted to set up these ads based on our different landing pages and based on the different things that people might be searching for. And so this is niche specific to blues piano, because that's kind of the ads that we're targeting. And so with this, then we're basically detailing all of this with the context hint. So we're saying pianists who want to play real blues, they're playing sounds stiff, they don't know what to play over the changes, or they can't improvise relevant topics and phrases. So how to play the blues piano lessons, 12 bar, again, you get the point, right? It's like all around blues piano and all the things that they might search up. And that's what we're providing in the context hint. And we're basically doing like the minimum or the maximum CPC bid limit that they would let us do, the minimum where it would say we'd still get deliverability. And so I think when we originally set this up, we did like 2.5 and it would just say too low. And so we found 5 was kind of that sweet spot where it would let us spend. And you can see, even though we had it at $5 maximum CPC bid, all the campaigns basically spent under that $5 CPC bid. And so again, you can kind of feel free to go a little bit higher with that, knowing it'll probably spend a little bit under that maximum CPC. And then advanced, we didn't do any of this other stuff. And we basically did that for all of these. And so if you go into these, then all that we had was basically one ad, or we had 2 ads within here, within all of those different ad groups. And so for this, all that we did was, for a lot of them, we just took like a very basic image that we could use right here. And then we just, again, had AI create us all of the different headlines and sub headlines as well. And so for this one, we had like hook V1, we had, sounds like the title, right? So sound bluesy on piano in 30 days. So again, just calling out what they're looking for. So if they're searching for help with learning the blues on the piano, then basically we're just putting an ad that is calling out that, hey, this is the hook relevant to obviously the blues and learning piano. And so we can go from stiff to soulful, read blues notes in 30 days. And then we're linking directly to that specific course in this case for this company. And so for us, that's what we were testing out and trying to get working. And for a lot of the other ones, again, the same thing. So we'll have like outcome right here as the second ad. And so this one is just like play real blues in 30 days. And then again, just focusing on exactly what they get. So learn blues, focus 30-day course, etc. Image, very, basic, pretty simple. And so that's what we did for basically all of these right here. And we made them all relevant. So this one was relevant for singing, one relevant for, drums, one relevant for guitar, for bass, for reading music, etc. And we tried to focus all the context hints specifically on that. And even with that, right, it's like now that we had all that segmentation there, obviously we can see, which of these is performing the best, which is getting the best CPC. Ideally, be able to see which one is getting the most conversions. Unfortunately, with this data that we have, we're not able to make any decisions because I don't know exactly who this is targeting. I don't know what keywords or search terms or search queries or conversations people are having and are triggering our ads. So we can't make adjustments on that front. So all we have to look at is basically, did we get conversions? No. And ultimately, it's like we could go back to the drawing board and completely try a different campaign from here. But normally, if you could see a few conversions coming in and, a few kind of key indicators like CTR, then we kind of try to funnel budget a bit more into the top performers. But right now, again, just not really seeing that data, but that's normally, kind of how we would think about optimizing a campaign and try to get the best results. And for something like this other campaign and ad group right here, the getting started, we just had like more instrument focused as well. And so within this, all we were doing is really just a logo as well. Like the image on the actual creative is so small and you have such small room to actually be able to like add in any deep differentiation within your ad. Again, like when running an ad, I'd rather just have our logo appear just to stay top of mind versus trying to jam, a complex or hard to understand creative into a small box and container. So we just end up going with a logo a lot of the time. And that's basically, what we were doing. And so this one we have the offer pretty straightforward. We're doing direct response. And that's pretty much how we try to set up these campaigns. So overall, after spending that $4,000, I think for this particular company, we're going to keep it going for a little bit longer and try to see, can we get the conversions starting to, turn around? I think it's going to make a big difference once ChatGPT actually has that optimized for conversions objective turned on. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for that as well. But right now, it's definitely not a huge portion of our budget. We're probably going to cut back from this a little bit more, but I think it's also good to just be showing up when a lot of companies aren't showing up as like a supplemental small piece of your overall marketing strategy. But the vast majority is still going to Meta and Google Ads and, even Reddit and TikTok, platforms like that, versus ChatGPT, which is just very startup. It's very new. And honestly, there's a lot to figure out here. And so putting money towards it, it's not a huge competitive advantage right now. I'm sure some people will figure out how to make it one and get great results. But right now, again, it's just honestly not quite there, not quite the targeting arbitrage that we would want to see. And it's hard to convert people with such limited space, being able to really run a differentiated ad. Like you can't run a video ad, you can't run, a really good ad copy and creative to a specific audience. I think that's what's limiting this platform from really taking off and being great for, small and medium-sized business owners. And the other thing to keep in mind as well is that ChatGPT ads are only being shown to free users. And so for a B2C company, e-commerce brand, company that sells like pretty mass to everybody, I think the free plans and running ChatGPT ads is very effective. I think if you're a big company, it could work really well just to, expand, just to have more channels and, differentiated strategy when it comes to your advertising and marketing. But if you're a B2B company, especially, it's probably just going to be a complete waste of money because most people, if they're using ChatGPT, are going to be using premium versions if they are a business. And so you're not going to be able to reach any of those business users and people that actually use ChatGPT a lot in their company and reach them because they're going to have that premium plan. So you're only able to reach people that are using it for free and probably just using it in passing from time to time. So overall, do ChatGPT ads work? Right now, I have to say, no, not really, and I wouldn't recommend it to most people unless you are one of those bigger brands and you're looking to expand your channel, like kind of what we're doing right now for this company. I think it's a great platform to experiment on, to try to learn from, and to start to gather some data so that you're a little bit ahead of the ball, and definitely tracking it offline as well. So I did try to track back these clicks and see what those are doing offline. It's a little bit muddy since we're getting some organic from ChatGPT, naturally recommending us, and some now from paid, but there's definitely some conversions coming through from ChatGPT overall. And so I expect that to kind of increase, and hopefully that kind of blurriness in the tracking will kind of fade over time as we make improvements to this. And with that, I appreciate you watching the video. If you did have any questions on ChatGPT ads, or you found anything useful, or any tips that you found using ChatGPT ads, let me know in the comments. I really want to hear from you, and I reply to all comments personally. And also give the video a like. Helps me really grow on the channel, and I do really appreciate it. And if you are a small business owner, here's the time where I'm going to do a little bit of plugs, but I do have some links in the description if you want to apply to work with me and my team to have us manage your ads on your behalf and scale your company. And if you want to keep the party going and continue the learning, I recommend you check out this video next from me. I think it'll really help.